What's up, YouTube? Today I'm gonna do a video on my truck, what it cost me to fix my truck the way I did and everything that I did to it. Alright, I'm gonna tell you the total cost. Here it is. Let me show you the truck. It's my Suburban. So let me go around it right quick. Yeah, I know it's pretty dirty right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about what I did, how I did it, and how much it cost me to do it. So here's my truck. So all the work was done by me, only me, in my garage. All right. So I'm gonna make a quick video on how I did it. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do step-by-step videos and show exactly how I did it in the total price. It cost me no more than about 1,850 bucks at the most for me to do everything, even with the SS front end. So I'm gonna show y'all what's up. I'm about to start my Project Suburban, 2002 Suburban right here. So that's Nipsey Hussle playing in the back. I gotta have my boy playing. But anyway, what I'm about to do, I'm about to swap out my front end right here. It's gonna be an SS front end. So I got the pieces right here, grill over there. You know, so I'm about to get started on that. I'm not gonna make a whole video on it. I'm gonna make partial videos, and I'm gonna take pictures of the main things that I'm gonna point out that you need to do, the things you need to get when you're doing this conversion. All right. So bear with me. I'm not really good with this video shit, but I'm gonna try to do my best. And see this? I'm making these videos for people that's on a budget. You know what I mean? It's more of a do it at home, do it yourself video. You know what I mean? So that's my intentions of this. It's a DIY video on a least budget possible. All right. Now stay tuned, and I'm gonna get into it. So far I got the front off. I just got to take the bumper off. In order to take the bumper and the fender off, you got to take these splash shields off under here. So one thing I felt that make it a lot easier, take the wheel off. They give you clearance to this whole piece right here. So that's one thing that'll make this shit easier, because this has to come off. Without this, you're not going to be able to get to them screws in there. So take the wheels off. It's going to make it a lot easier for you. Now I'm going to get cracking on this shit. Take the other wheel off. What the hell? Well, y'all get the picture. Okay. So when you're taking this fender off right here, like I said, you got those screws in there you got to get out. And when you open the door, I'll show you on the other side. That door, I done fucked up and parked too close to the wall. I can't open the door. But when you open the door, you got two screws. That one, and you got that one. Now, if your truck got the fender flares and the running boards, it's one screw you got to take out. It's under here. It's one screw right under here you got to take out. And that's it. That's the only one you got to take out. Other trucks, it got two screws right here at the bottom of the fender. Is two screws. You have to take those out, and then the fender will come off. But this one, it only got one screw. So that's cool. But yeah, I'm almost done. Next, I'm going to be putting the other front end back on, but I tripped. The metal bumper, I got rid of the metal bumper. I don't know why I got rid of the fucking metal bumper. and the plastic bumper that I got, rubber, whatever the hell it's made out of, it got nowhere to mount up to. So either I'm gonna try to make some brackets for here and here to hold that bumper on. I'm just gonna have to buy another metal bumper, probably go to Pick Apart and grab one. But now that I got everything off, and y'all might could do this too, but since you got everything off, go ahead and get in there and clean your engine bay up real good. It's easy to get to now. But yeah, I'm gonna finish taking this shit off, and I'll be right back. So, taking this driver's side fender off, and it's something that you gotta know. When you're taking off this driver's side fender, the fuse box, it gotta come out. So you take this cover off. Well, of course that one, but take this cover off, and it got little tabs on the side. Where are they? That hold this fuse box. Okay, so it got some little tabs on the side here that pop this fuse box right up. So once you get this fuse box up, it got 2 screws down there. One on that side, one on this side down there, and then it have 2 like up against the wall right here. It's 2 10mm. Those are 13s or a 1/2 inch. So these 10mm, they gotta come out. If they don't come out, this is not gonna move. And then for the battery holder, they got the 10mm screws that gotta come out, and it's 2 10mm screws on the side. I'm used to the standard system, not metric. But anyway, yeah, so those gotta come out before you could get this fender off. Now, the whole front end, the only tools you're gonna need to take this off is this right here. Alright, 1/4 inch ratchet, a 1/2 inch ratchet, a 3/8 inch extension, of course the 1/2 inch extension, so you could get those long bolts that you gotta go down in and take out. So I just got these. Those work for me for the longer bolts. You know, I got these needle noses right here, but if you got a pry tool to take off those little rubber ribbons right here, I would suggest going to Harbor Freight and buying that pry tool that'll take that shit off. It's like the fork thing that you use to take the door panels off with, and to take those little rubber pieces off. I mean those little plastic pieces off. That'll be better. Cause what I did, I used this flat head to pop it out a little bit, and then I use this to pull it out. But that pry tool is way better. Now, you're gonna need this Allen key right here. The Star Allen key. What size is it? It's a T25. So you're gonna need that. You're gonna need a 10mm 3/8, a 15mm, and what is this? Oh, this is a 13mm. This don't necessarily have to be a 3/8. These don't necessarily have to be 1/2 inch. They all could be 3/8, or they all could be 1/2 inch. Now, I got a 10mm 1/4 inch, 10mm ratchet, and a 1/2 inch ratchet. You're gonna need these. Now, I took the wheels off, and I just got this here to show you that for some reason my truck had 2 different sides bolt lug nuts. See, this one is can you see it won't focus? Focus, bitch. I guess not. But it's a 22mm. This one is a 22mm. I use that socket. This one is a 3/4. This one is a 3/4 millimeter. I use that socket. Maybe yours will have all 3/4 or all 22mm. I don't know. But yeah, that's all you need though. That's the only tools you need. 22mm for the lugs if you got the big lugs. 3/4 if you got the small lugs. 1/2 inch ratchet. 1/2 inch wrench. 10mm wrench. 10mm socket. 13, 15. 10mm deep socket. This T25 star screw. Flathead. a pry tool if you have it. If not, flathead. It needs needle noses, extensions, and use you can use a 3/8 inch ratchet, or I got both of them. But really, most of the time I just use my impact gun. But that's all you need to take the front end off and to put the front end on. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this shit up, and to my next video, I'm out. Okay, now when you're removing the bumper, it's real easy. It's only 6 screws. There's a screw back here, and it's one here, one screw here, one screw down there on each side. The bumper it comes straight off. Now when you're removing the fenders, let me show you something. Oh, you have to take this plastic bracket that's here off for that hold the lights. You know, the little things you pull out. That plastic bracket, you got to take that shit off. It clears all this up. Now, for the fender, of course you got all the screws, but you got to take the air intake out, and you have to remove this reservoir. So I'm gonna leave the hoses connected. I'm just gonna take the reservoir and just put it off to the side. So once I put the front end on, I'm gonna clean my engine up and all that shit. But it's screws that I can't see shit, but damn, it's screws down here that you have to get to. It's like 3 screws. Some of them you got to go from the bottom, and some of them is on the top that you got to take off. Now this right here, this bracket, you want to keep this. Now before you do the fenders, take the hood off first. Alright, so get somebody to help you take the hood off. That makes the fenders a lot easier, because once you take that fender loose, that hood is going to drop. So I'm going to get cracking on that. Whew. And I'll be right back.